Hey everybody, how are you doing? I'm Connor Shaw, and I still have food poisoning. Yay! But I couldn't miss 3 days of streaming in a row, and I've got a video I really gotta make by Wednesday, and I still have over 10 minutes left to edit on it. So here we are. Cardboard box boy in the square, thanks for stopping by. Oh. Yeah, so while we're editing, I'll give you a recap of what happened and how I got to this point. Oh. Sorry, there's gonna be a lot of that. Let me know if the music's too loud or too quiet. If it isn't me, then it's you. Jay, Carico, Taboo, Not a Real Peanut. Welcome aboard. What did you eat? Okay, so on the day that I got food poisoning, I don't even remember what I had for breakfast. I had something light for breakfast, I know that. For lunch, I had a Nutri-Grain bar and just like a fucking protein shake. And then for dinner, Alex made, oh my god, what is it called? Hang on, I'm gonna go look it up. It is pasta aglio aglioioli. Pasta aglioioli. The thing that even Benjamin Babish made. And it was so fucking good. Oh my god, it was so good. It was made with garlic and red pepper, and it was so fucking tasty. Holy shit. And then the next day I got insane food poisoning, but he didn't, so I don't really know if it's the, I don't think it was pasta. Pasta with garlic and oil if you prefer. Yes, but it was really fucking good. Alright, I think the music's a little too loud for me actually. Just Zolt. Thank you, appreciate that. I have food poisoning, everyone, so I gotta watch what I eat and drink. Now, if you excuse me. The healing powers of Mountain Dew. The stream is endlessly buffering. Oh, it's not on my end, at least. I'm so sorry, Spectre. Alright, so, where were we? Let's watch, I don't want to show the whole thing, because I want to save that for the actual video coming up, but let's watch, like, since around the 10-minute mark, let's watch, huh? Oh, no, I don't want to show that. Oh, no, that's a surprise for later. There we go. Alright, let's watch from about here-ish. As nearly none of the work that had been done up to that point would be salvageable in the Unreal Engine. So now they had 1 year to develop Walking Dead from scratch on an engine they had never used before, after having spent 2 years developing on an engine they had never used before. It was chaos, and not just for the developers. Starbreeze, meanwhile, had spent $8 million on digital paperweight. They attempted to save face by claiming Valhalla would be retooled as a plugin for Unreal 4, used for, quote, randomization of worlds and dynamically generated gameplay. This still didn't sit well with investors who at this point were getting cold feet at the prospect of Walking Dead being delayed twice, changing engines twice, and Valhalla being a gigantic waste of time and money. However, for the most part, fans were still excited. Knowing the game wouldn't, in theory anyways, have the same glitches, crashes, and performance problems as Payday 2 was good news. And extraordinarily high-quality CG trailers introducing the game's cast continued to impress. The marketing for the game was mostly working, including several developer streams showcasing select portions of the title and discussing the exciting future of features and content in the game. Starbreeze was going all out on building up hype. Meanwhile, the developers were scrambling. They were using online tutorials on how to develop in the Unreal Engine to try and deliver on their massive game in a year's time. They had ideas for what kind of game they wanted Walking Dead to be, for features, levels, mechanics, and the like that could make the game into what consumers were expecting, given all of the hype being built up from the business side of the company, but they just didn't have time. Starbreeze was still promising a grandiose title. They had live streams and kiosks showing off select portions of what was ready and kept promising more and more. More levels, more randomization, more story. All the while, the developers were being worked to the bone. They were literally working 100-hour weeks, would stay overnight at the office. There were reports of developers passing out or becoming sick due to exhaustion. Everyone knew Walking Dead was going to bomb, but the game had already been delayed twice. Any further delays likely would have scared off investors and consumers alike. And yet, Starbreeze kept finding ways to shoot themselves and Overkill in their collective foot. In October 2018, 1 month before the game's slotted release date for PC, they released a closed beta for those who had pre-ordered the game. Alright, I gotta fix that, hold up. That compression that you just saw there, I think that was actually... Yeah, okay, so here's the problem with this clip. This is the only clip I have of the beta that I wouldn't have to credit, and I'm trying to use as much of my own stuff as I can. You see all that compression right there? Like on the wall just to the left? That's not from the preview, that's actually was in the video. Like, see, it gets really bad. It's because I fucked up while recording this. Like, the game already was blurry in the first place, but I also fucked up while recording this and accidentally had the, capture set to 720p instead of 1080p. Normally I stream at 720p and capture at 1080, but I fucked up and did it backwards. Cuts again too. But that doesn't look as bad. Let's see how that looks. In October 2018, 1 month before the game's slotted release date for PC, they released a closed beta for those who had pre-ordered the game. I have an entire video of my first impressions linked above and below, but rest assured, it was terrible. It ran poorly, played generically, felt sluggish, and lacked basic functionality. There was no control rebinding, no mouse sensitivity slider, the game's display monitor couldn't be changed, the field of view was locked at 70, and open voice chat was permanently enabled. I hesitate to even call the game bad now thinking about it, as that didn't cover the true scale of it. It was a full-on pre-alpha because Starbreeze didn't give the developers time to prepare a finished product. The publisher backed themselves into a corner by over-promising, over-investing, and waiting too long to change engines when the developers pointed out that Valhalla wasn't going to work. If you ever need a shorthand explanation for what Starbreeze did that made them get to the current state that they're in of near bankruptcy, this is a pretty good shorthand. Themselves into a corner by over-promising, over-investing, and waiting too long to change engines when the developers pointed out that Valhalla wasn't going to work. Over-promising, over-investing, and waiting too long to act when things are wrong. Those are the three things, the three key things that led Starbreeze down this path. Why does everybody always stab the zombies as they're pushing them? This was like my first time ever playing the game. This was the first time, like, an hour after the game initially dropped, so people didn't really know how that worked. It's usually better to stab them though, because if you can stab them without getting grabbed again, then once they're dead, your health will stay where it's at. But if you push them away, your current health that you have will drop down to the next bar. So it hurts you more to do that. More betas, including publicly available ones, were introduced over the course of October, and some missing features and issues were addressed. But the core issue wasn't something that could simply be patched out. The game felt bad to play. It was repetitive, sloppy, and unsatisfying. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the developers were stunned they even got a launchable EXE out the door, given the absurd rush job that Starbreeze tasked them with. Finally, in early November 2018, 2 years after its original intended release date, Overkill's The Walking Dead was fully released on Steam for $60, with console versions planned for early 2019. It was critically
Now we're getting to the part where I'm editing.
We're 13 minutes and 35 seconds in. This video is like, let's see, the narration goes to 21 minutes, but there's also bits here that are for live action pieces, where I narrated in live action because I didn't really have anything else to show. So here we go. Looks good already, thank you. Also, I'd like to point out the obscene editing tower of clips here. Like, Christ, it's fucking absurd. This just giant tower of image edits. The moment we record for 2 hours, we'll only use 10 minutes of it. You're telling me, look at all this shit. Look at all this fucking footage that I have here. Like, oh my fucking god. And all these image assets too. How about a real job? Why don't you get a real job on the side of doing YouTube? if YouTube's so inconsistent, why don't you also get a real job? Because then I wouldn't be able to make any money off of YouTube, and I'd be too exhausted to do either job. It was critically panned almost instantly. Alright, so now is when we get to some slightly easier shit, where I just get to use footage of Walking Dead. Ah, stomach. Don't do this, man. Ah, here we are. So this is my stuff from the stream. Let's try from here. You managed to stack about 10 things on top of each other for a project you were working on in Premiere Pro. Let me show you what this tallest editing tower is. On the left here. This is the tallest one. Oh yeah, so this is where I'm talking about different projects that Starbreeze have been working on. And I couldn't find footage or be bothered to find footage of all of them. So I just did this. But the next biggest editing tower, that one doesn't really count because they're on different layers. Or like different time frames. This also is a little cheap because I just use, like, it's just easier to black everything out if I just use a fucking full screen black image that's just like a 50% opacity, because I also wanted to black out the source images there. Which, by the way, how do you all like those? How do you all like the way it fades in? Do you like those, or is that a little much? I'm gonna link all the exact videos that I used in the description. Do you have a plan or idea of how long it'll be? Probably about 24 minutes ish. I also like how this clip transitions. If you see under here, it just kind of fades out and then crossfades directly into the next one. You've never seen anyone worked in Vegas so that editing tower made you oof. Yeah, entirely fair. Alright, let's see. It was critically panned almost instantly. The game currently sits at... Alright, that's not a good place to start that clip. Okay, no, this is too dark. This is the darkest level in Smash. Oh, this is when Peace and Ben join the call. All right. I need a daytime map, or at least, yeah, this is at least a more well lit map. This actually works pretty well because this is a good indication of one of the many reasons why Walking Dead sucks. It's just these fucking giant hordes, which seem cool in theory, but in practice are just like, well, I guess I'm just here forever now. It was critically panned almost instantly. The game currently sits at a 51% on Metacritic, and I'd love to tell you its rating on Steam, but I'll get to the issue with that momentarily. The best most reviewers could think to say about it was, it can be fun with friends, I guess. Rest assured, it... Friends, I guess. Friends, I guess. There we go, right here. Cut that. Right. So I need the Metacritic review right here. Nice. You're a bit disappointed by Metal Gear Solid 4. It's a good game, but not as good as the others. It's more of a movie than a game. I'm okay with that. I still haven't played it yet. We're gonna, after I beat Prey, we're gonna stream Dishonored and Valhalla. I don't know which order we're gonna stream those in, and then we're gonna stream Metal Gear Solid 2. It was critically panned almost instantly. Okay, and we're gonna slide this in. The game currently sits at a 51% on Metacritic. Maybe a little later. The game currently sits at a 51% on Metacritic, and I'd love to tell you its rating on Steam, but I'll... I'm just gonna copy paste an image slide from earlier. Here, yeah. Wait, hang on. Why did I use this here? You all know how that turned out. Oh, that's the wrong image. Oh, I'm glad I noticed that shit. Damn. Oh, okay. I'm really glad I noticed that now. Okay, well, let me copy paste this before I forget. I need the... Yeah, that was supposed to be for raid. There we go.
And wherever the hell it ended up as with the zoom in, I want to use that too.
You all know how that turned out. Rest assured, it wasn't great. Perhaps a topic for another time. You may be asking yourself...
Alright, there we go, that's better. Yeah, I'd rather you not spoil Metal Gear Solid. Again, I talk about my experience with Metal Gear Solid in my stream highlights for Metal Gear Solid 1. Which are on my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel. Okay, and then... I'll fade it out over 1 minute. How does this look?
The game currently sits at a 51% on Metacritic, and I'd love to tell you its rating on Steam, but I'll get to the issue with that momentarily.
That's fine. Tea looks more like coffee. I think the cup kind of gets the idea. A quas? A quas? Good God. I have the uwu virus. I'm so sorry. I have a virus.
The best most reviewers could think to say about it was, it can be fun with friends, I guess. Rest assured, it was.
Alright. Maybe I should get like an exact quote from an article. Yeah, actually I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go to PC Gamer's Review because I'm pretty sure that's where I got that exact like idea for a quote from. Sorry about my hair, by the way. I like just got out of the shower. Alright. Oh good, I'm never gonna let this down, am I? It's the path which win. PC Gamer Overkill's the Walking Dead review. Why don't we have gamer headphones? Because I have editor headphones. These are like studio headphones, and they're really good. I'd highly recommend these headphones. All right. Let's see. I'm just gonna Control F friends. Wow, yeah, something came up already. The natural solution to some of these problems, housing matchmaking no voice chat, is to show up with a full group of friends and use a third part. Hey, thanks for the 90 bits, Spectre. Here's a little bit to manage to scrounge up watching ads. Here you go. I appreciate that. It's a cute heart. Thank you very kindly. It means a lot to me. Let's see. I wanted to love the game. No, okay, not here then. Rock, paper, shotgun, maybe? Let me see. I do feel, however, that with a few good months of updates and tweaks, it could turn into a solidly entertaining time for you and a few friends, provided it's on a substantial sale. Okay, that's a pretty good solid quote. I'll take that. And I'll credit them, don't worry. I almost said quite it. Jesus bloody fucking Christ. Alright, there we go. And from rock, paper, shotgun. There we go. Alright. Let me get back to the image. There we are. Your PC was pestering you to restart for updates yesterday, so you shut it down overnight, but apparently that didn't count, so it's nagging you to restart again. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. To 26, I believe? Something like that. What the hell? Oh. What? I guess the apostrophes that Rock Paper Shotgun uses register as that in this font. What the fuck? I mean, I can fix that. I'm just confused. You know how full screen games are just so bad at alt-tabbing? You're like, why? Borderless windowed mode is the future of video games. You can't even tell what it is from here. Here, let me make it real big for a moment. This is what it is. Good question. Okay. Provided it's on a substantial sale. With a few good months of updates and tweaks, it could turn to a solidly entertaining time for you. Okay, no, it's gonna need multiple, like 3 lines of updates and tweaks. It could turn to a solidly entertaining time for. That works.
Best most reviewers could think to say about it was, it can be fun. It can be fun with friends, I guess. Rest assured.
Alright, cool. Alright, I'm gonna do the same thing I did with. Oh, come on. 130, that's what I usually do. I'm gonna do the same thing I did with the other text. I'm gonna have it like sort of fade in, and I'm gonna have a black screen. Again, this is the most fucking, like, what's the word I'm looking for here? Jerry-rigged, is that right? I think that's right. Method of doing text fading on the screen and the screen fading out behind it ever. But my motto with these videos is, if it looks the way I want it to look, I don't care if it's dumb. Because all you're seeing is the final product. You're not seeing the fucking editing tower behind it. You're just seeing the final product. So I don't give a shit if it looks bad. Does it, like if it looks bad in editing? Does it look good in the end? As long as the final product looks the way I want it to, I don't give a shit. There we go. And we'll start it here. End it here.
Thing to say about it was, it can be fun with friends, I guess. Rest assured, it wasn't good. The game.
I guess I should just like have it go.
Yes. Rest assured, it wasn't good. The game.
Okay, now let's cut to another clip of Over the Dead walking the kill. I have more footage of it. I went back and recorded some more footage because I was pretty sure I was gonna need more. More Walking Dead gameplay, yep. I had to actually launch Payday 2 for the first time in like 4 months to get some footage of it. No, maybe I should use it from here. Playing Payday 2, what? Yeah, no kidding. I couldn't be bothered to reinstall Raid though. So I like all the Raid footage I have when I briefly talk about it is just ripped from my Raid review or my Raid like videos and reviews and all the like. All right. Somewhere around here should be some, yeah, like here maybe. This will probably work. I don't care that much about whether or not it looks good. I just don't want it to look bad, if you feel me on that. Did you enjoy the time, even if slightly? Not really, no. Like, I don't... Hey, Julia! Kitty! Thank you, Kitty! I appreciate that so much. Thank you. Oh, it means a lot. Thanks, Julia. But it's not that I think Payday 2 was suddenly a bad game. It's just I'm so sick of it.
The game sorely lacked content to justify its price, with only a handful of repetitive maps to play. Unsatisfying stat-managing mini-games were introduced in a mediocre attempt to pad the game's playtime. It had
I guess footage of the menus here would actually be better, huh? So I'll tell you what, I'll save this clip for later. And I'll re-grab this. Ah, stomach, don't do this. Ah! Ah, damn it. Inviting people. Ah, damn it. Okay, cool, it's coming down. That was me inviting people, so that's probably not the best footage to use. Okay, at some point here we hit a loading screen, which means, okay, we went into the camp. So just before that, there should have been footage of us checking the, or I guess not then. Actually, this kind of works. I only talk about the maps for like a brief second, so it might be better to, Why was I looking? Oh, that's right. I was talking about fucking lyrics to Lotus Shoes lyrics, being read in Snake's voice being the funniest shit. That's right. I forgot all about that. Yeah, I have food poisoning. That brief glimpse of fuck yourself and fuck your mother. Hell yeah.
The game sorely lacked content to justify its price with only a handful of repetitive maps to play. Unsatisfying stat-managing mini-games were introduced in a mediocre attempt to pad the game's playtime. It had
Alright, cool. That's fine. That's kind of vaguely showcasing that. Again, this isn't a review of Walking Dead, because I'm gonna mention in a second that, like, if you want to review Walking Dead, I have a review of Walking Dead, go watch it.
It had performance problems, glitches, and crashes abound. I could sit here and explain every reason why Overkill's The Walking Dead is a broken, horrible, unfinished game, but I did that in my review, linked above and below.
That's not a very good clip. On somewhere, go back outside. I was gonna say, surely we go back outside eventually. This works. The slow process of going through a whole stream's worth of footage to find a couple of good clips. Sorry, Wi-Fi died for a bit. It's alright. And Kirky, take it easy, bud. See ya. You're not experiencing food poisoning? Yeah, I first got the food poisoning Friday morning, and it's only Saturday, or no, sorry, a Thursday morning, and it's only Saturday morning now. So I'm like still getting over it. It's not nearly as bad as it was the past 2 days. I feel a lot better right now. I don't want to get too into the weaves about it because it would be gross, but I took Rolaids, I drank a fuck ton of water, some ginger ale, and I took laxative, and it's helped a lot.
It had performance problems, glitches, and crashes abound. I could sit here and explain every reason why Overkill's The Walking Dead is a broken, horrible, unfinished game, but I did that in my review, linked above and below.
I think showing off the invisible walls there is actually a pretty decent thing. And I'll keep that.
At this point, if you haven't already, I would highly recommend...
Oh, okay. I can just keep the clip there.
At this point, if you haven't already, I would highly recommend watching that video before proceeding.
Okay, and then we cut to live action. So what live action clip am I at right now? What was I saying in this one?
New Walking Dead was...
Alright, I keep accidentally hitting play a second time when I mean to click pause.
Start that video before proceeding.
Okay. Now I'm going to... So, everyone knew Walking Dead. The game was a failure. There's fucking 3 audio tracks because I forgot to disable the audio tracks I record streams with. For the record, this audio track is spliced audio. This one is just the mic, and this one is just the gameplay. In case... If I just see the splice audio, I don't need to edit anything out, then I just use the splice audio, makes it easier to edit. But if I need to specifically balance shit or like remove audio at some point, or if I just want like gameplay footage, then I can cut the other tracks out. In this case, I just want the mic. So You want to watch me be a dork for a moment? Because these clips of me preparing to narrate are usually pretty fucking good. Feeling any better? Not really, but, well, I mean, I am feeling better, but I still don't feel good. I've never played Devil May Cry. It's on my list. It's on my list of games I gotta play. Hey, Sputnik. Still hurt, but it's better than I was yesterday and the day before.
The game was both a commercial and critical failure. By the end of 2018, the game had barely over 1,000 people playing and only made $3 million. Pennies compared to the tens of millions. It only made $3 million. The game was both a critical and commercial failure. By the end of 2018, the game barely had over 1,000 people playing it and only made $3 million.
I love how, like, watch my face change from talking to not giving a shit. Like, immediately. Just like instantly, okay, I don't have to look interested anymore. I don't really give a shit. It's all fake, folks.
Pennies compared to the tens of millions invested in development, engines, and licensing. Pennies compared to the tens of millions of dollars invested in development, licensing. Pennies compared to the tens of millions of dollars invested in development, engines, and licensing. Their stock price plummeted, reaching lows as far as 9 cents. Their stock price plummeted, reaching lows as far as 9 cents.
There we go. Okay, now let's edit this shit. Great acting. Thank you? Oh, before I do this. You probably can't tell on stream, but I can tell very easily here. For whatever reason, my webcam, if I have the zoom all the way out, doesn't record the bottom pixel of the frame. So the bottom line of the entire frame is a black bar. And I have to fix that every time, and it's really annoying. So all I do to fix that is just zoom in the crop ever so slightly, and that fixes it just fine. There we go. You can't unsee the quick change of face. Now you won't be able to see it in the video because I cut it before the time comes. So it's like right here. Be visible with the YouTube player being present anyways. It would be if you were in the theater mode rather than full screen. And besides, it's such an easy fix that it's whatever. I just don't know why my webcam does it in the first place.
The game was both a critical and commercial failure. By the end of 2018, the game barely had over 1,000 people playing it and only made $3 million. Is it here? Pennies compared to the tens of millions of dollars invested in development, licensing.
No, it's here.
Pennies compared.
Gotta cut that a little earlier.
Dollars. Pennies compared.
That's a weird.
Pennies compared.
Nope, don't need that.
Dollars. Pennies compared to.
It takes me so long to actually make the sound.
Pennies compared to the tens of millions of dollars invested in development, engines, and licensing.
There we go.
Made $3 million. Pennies compared to the tens of millions of dollars invested in development, engines, and licensing.
Okay, that's pretty much fine. Which was better, Raid or Overkill's The Walking Dead? I think Raid had more ideas and felt more... It felt like the developers knew what they were doing more because they did. And I feel like Walking Dead was crushed under the weight of them trying to make the game feel justified in its existence. Like, they padded the game too much to the point where it's really obnoxious to play. They like reuse levels too often. They added those fucking stat management mini games and like fucking the camp mini games and all that shit, and it really weighs the actual game down. Not to mention, Raid is much more playable in comparison because you can actually get a lobby fairly easily. I know Raid was a massive waste of money that took years to make. It actually was, but it didn't feel like as much of a waste of time, if you feel me.
The game was
because a lot of the stuff that was developed for Raid ended up also being used in Walking Dead in Payday. So at least they had that. Like I don't know if it was developed for Raid and then put into Payday, but LGL were the company that got vehicles working in Payday, and they got some of the desync problems fixed.
The game was both a critical and commercial failure. By the end of 2018,
this is what I'm considering. So I do a YouTuber thing here, where between cuts, I zoom the crop in and out for emphasis, so you'll see what I mean when we watch this again.
Everyone knew Walking Dead was going to bomb, but the game had already been delayed twice. Any further delays likely would have scared off investors and consumers alike. And yet, Starbreeze kept finding ways to shoot themselves and Overkill in their collective foot. In October.
So I think I'll start zoomed in. Also, you can't really see the buttons I'm wearing here, which kind of disappoints me. You can see them a little bit in this shot, but I'm wearing my Pan Pride button that I got from Geo the Bio, which is super good. You may know Geo for making some of those like Bam animatics on YouTube. Stomach. Stomach. Okay, there we go. It's better. It's 1:35 and you just laid on your couch listening to you play the pennies section while you yourself was saying pennies. Yeah, it's weird. I do that when editing too. When I'll listen to something I said back, I'm like, that sounds weird, and I'll say it to myself over and over, and then realize 10 minutes have gone by. Like, what the fuck am I doing? So let's see.
The game was both a critical and commercial failure. By the end of 2018...
No, okay. On pennies segment, it's better to zoom it in. Oh man, that's a face and a half right there. That's a stung by bees until dead face. Jesus Christ. Oh my god, why is there an F? It's just to show you where like if the frame looks correct the way it ought to, because see, if I invert the frame, then the F also inverts. Did I accidentally just crop something out? No, okay. Oh, no! The Shadow Realm! Wait, again, let me just fix this. There we go. Yeah, and the F stands for frame.
End of 2018, the game barely had over 1,000 people playing it and only made $3 million. Pennies compared to the tens of millions of dollars invested in development, engines, and licensing. Pennies compared...
Alright, that's fine.
Their stock price plummeted. Development and...
Did I say the word
millions of dollars invested in development, engines, and licensing.
Okay,
Their stock price plummeted, reaching lows as far as 9 cents.
Hold on, is this the same? Wait, I feel like I'm going crazy.
Dollars invested in development, engines, and licensing.
I feel like I totally missed a line here. Where I said like the game was both a critical and commercial failure, or did I say that up here?
Failure.
Okay, no, I did say it up here. Okay, that's fine. I should probably have the script open so I can like cross-reference it.
Their stock price plummeted, reaching lows as far as 9 cents.
Okay, so now I'll show the Starbreeze, Stook, Booze, wherever it is, Starbreeze stock. Yeah, here we are.
Their stock price plummeted, reaching lows.
I'll just kind of have this fade in and fade out. It doesn't need to do the zoom. Or the pan in.
As far as 9 cents.
Actually, here, I'll have it go across to the next frame. Here you go. Alright. Sputnik, take it easy. See ya. The graph may look familiar to those of you who watch the Valentine's clickbait video. That's right, yeah. Hey, actually, hold up. I'm gonna show you all, I'm gonna give you all an exclusive look at the thumbnail for this video. I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Projects, what happened to Walking Dead? Thumbnail. This is the thumbnail for the Walking Dead video. You may notice in the background a certain graph. So if you look at this graph, graph. I'm really happy with how this thumbnail turned out, actually. All right, here. Let me swap back. It's AFK. No, I'm not going AFK. What are you doing? There you go. Also, I decided we are going to stream Twilight Princess. We are definitely going to stream Twilight Princess because I fucking love Twilight Princess. And also, I think it's a shorter game than Wind Waker. So it should be a little easier to stream too.
Starbreeze tried to save face by offering a $30 starter edition which contained all of the content in the base game.
Do I have anything to show that, actually? Because I can't go get it from the fucking Steam store, because the game's not on Steam anymore. Offering a $30 starter. I could get a news article discussing that. Yeah, actually, I think that's what I'll do. I don't think I did that already. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Back to the IRL scene. Hold up. Twilight Princess is honestly the best of the pre-Breath of the Wild main Zeldas. I think if we're talking about Twilight Princess HD, then yes. Twilight Princess HD is a far better game than Twilight Princess. It fixes a lot of the balance issues I had with the game in general. Especially the time, well, not balance issues, the time issues. Like, the Wolfling segments are a lot shorter. Or the forced Wolfling segments, that is, at the beginning of the game are way shorter. And I really do appreciate that. My first Zelda game was Wind Waker, and then it was Ocarina of Time, and then Majora's Mask. And then Twilight Princess. And Minish Cap was one of the first ones I played too, as well as Zelda 1, which I fucking still love to this day. I didn't play Link to the Past that much. I don't hate it, it's just not my favorite Zelda game. Zelda 2 is whatever. The Oracle games are great. Link's Awakening is great. I can't wait to play Link's Awakening HD. Alright, I need Overkill's The Walking Dead Starter Edition. Yeah, this works. Let me just grab this picture real quick. And then I'll just like fucking crop it. I have to edit it slightly. It's gonna be just a moment. There we go. What happened to Walking Dead? Images. Starter Edition. Boop. There we go. The reason I don't show my desktop while I'm doing these is because I have a lot of shit, especially right now for taxes on my desktop, that I don't want to show off by mistake. Not that. No, Alt. There we go. let me...
Starbreeze tried to save face by offering a $30 starter edition which contained all of the content in the base game, and releasing both paid levels and free levels as bonus
this is where I want to show off the levels. What does this image look like? Oh, I gotta fix that, damn.
And in the base game, and
okay, and I'll have this slowly zoom in. The slow zooms add a lot to still images in a video, if you didn't know. Like, let's see how this looks. Just like doing it normally like this.
Starbreeze tried to save face by offering a $30 starter edition which contained all of the content in the base game, and
like, yeah, you get your point across, but like the screen is basically irrelevant for a second. Versus
Starbreeze tried to save face by offering a $30 starter edition which contained all of the content in the base game, and releasing both paid levels
crazy footage. Anyways, let me grab from the extra footage, because that's why I'm playing one of the DLC maps. Also, I gotta go fix that image. One moment. Yeah, it's how dynamic. That's just whack dynamic though. Ugh. When Sonic music is playing, I can't help but do the Sonic voice. Sorry. I'm not sorry, but I am sorry. Here we go. It's a fucking 4D video, motherfucker. Just fixing the maps image to better suit my visual style. There we go. Yeah, chili dogs. Oh. Oh my god. That's what happens when you're just lying on a couch for 2 days in a row. Jesus. Ah. The song on Twilight Princess plays before the title screen. I don't remember that, honestly. The song I remember the most from Twilight Princess is the Zant battle theme, because it's such a fucking crazy song, and Zant terrified me when I was a kid. Yes, I'll admit we own a couch. I'm sorry for deceiving you, but we do in fact own a couch. I know. More Walking Dead footage. Yeah, let's get some footage of actually fighting a real human person.
And releasing both paid levels and free levels as bonus content for those with the original $60 title. But these levels, while not bad, simply didn't justify their price points. $8 for a single map is a steep asking price.
Okay, and this is where I'll bring that image in.
Didn't justify their price points.
There we go. Okay. Now, where is it? Where is this image, anyways? I don't even remember what it's called now, damn it. Oh my god. This is the worst. This is the problem when you have this many fucking clips and this much footage, this many images. Especially when you, yeah, price for new maps, here it is. Oh, it's busted. I gotta restart Vegas, hold up. Literally all I have to do is restart Vegas and then it'll look fine. Vegas is a cool piece of software. The worst part in Twilight Princess is how Midna's Lament gets overwritten by enemy fight theme. Ah, god, yeah, right? Also, Midna's Lament is not as good as people remember it, by the way. Like, covers of that song are fucking great, but the original song is the most MIDI bullshit you will ever hear. I've talked about this on stream before, so I'm not gonna showcase it again, but rest assured, boom, 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 boom. Like, it really doesn't hold up. Why do I have this clip here still? Well, I'll need it later, but still. Oh wait, no, it's this map. No, I don't need that. Yeah, it was it was powerful at the time, though. Don't get me wrong. Let me re-grab an image, slide in. Also, yes, that is Fortnite footage. Your eyes do not deceive you. That is Fortnite footage. Don't worry about it. There we go.
$8 for a single map is a steep asking price. The new additions were
Fade over 1 minute 30. Thank you for the subscription, Alex. Hey, 1 year. You got that rainbow badge now, which Julia's gonna make more of soon. Don't you worry. Thank you very much, Alex. It means a lot. Yeah, it is relevant, actually. The Fortnite footage is relevant, don't worry.
$8 for a single map is a steep asking price.
Alright, and then we'll cut the footage. Or actually,
The new additions weren't enough to attract more buyers, and it was clear to investors and consumers alike that Starbreeze was scrambling. But poor sales and reception was not their only problem. Early December 28. Only problem.
alright, and then here's where we cut.
Early December 2018, Starbreeze filed for reconstruction in lieu of bankruptcy.
Hopefully I have a clip for that, or like anything for that. Yeah, I do. Okay, no, so it's another zoom in image, alright.
Early December 2018, Starbreeze filed for reconstruction in lieu of bankruptcy, and Bo Anderson reportedly resigned. They simply didn't have the funds to keep pretending nothing was wrong, as they had been doing up until then. Between in lieu of bankruptcy, and Bo Anderson
Do I have anything for Bo Anderson resigning, or? I don't think so. No, whatever, it doesn't matter.
resigned. They simply
Let me, here, hang on. Let me actually zoom this in from the other side, because I use this one, like, zip too often. Let me vary it up a little bit. So I'll start on this side this time. So instead of 940, it'd be 980? Yes. And instead of 970, it'd be 950. Instead of 950, it'd be 970. And that's fine. So yeah, for the record, if you're wondering about what these are, it's just a little bit of bounce when the image zooms in. So like when it comes in, it just kind of like bounces into place a little bit, and it just looks a lot nicer than just having it like slide in and then just stop, just like flat. There was that one picture of Bo with Nasdaq, unless you used that earlier. I don't need more footage of Bo. I thought maybe I had an image of Bo resigning. But again, I have used a lot of Bo footage already, but I'm gonna save some more of it for later.
Starbreeze filed for reconstruction in lieu of bankruptcy, and Bo Anderson reportedly resigned. There
we go, and then slow zoom in.
Starbreeze filed for reconstruction in lieu of bankruptcy, and Bo Anderson reportedly resigned. They simply didn't have the funds to keep pretending nothing was wrong, as they had been doing up until then. Between Raid World War II, over-investing into virtual reality, and of course The Walking Dead, they simply gambled away everything they had, overpromised, and waited too long to act when things started going wrong. And this all came to
let's see. I'll just use more footage of Walking Dead gameplay here. That's fine. It's a Walking Dead video. I don't exactly think it's a bad thing to use Walking Dead footage, especially because up until right when we started editing the video today at about the 13-minute mark here, I literally barely used any because the game hadn't been released yet in this whole part of the story. It's like almost everything you're seeing beforehand is it Walking Dead footage. You shit your pants, be right back. Oh, cool. Have fun. Medina's lament. That's a good joke. That's a good joke. I appreciate that joke. Thank you. Need some footage of anything relevant here. Just like shooting and looting. Oh, every time I see that, it makes me laugh. Look at this photograph. Every time. Ooh, that load though. Damn. Good God. Hey, this is good. How does this look?
Between Raid World War II over-investing into virtual reality, and of course The Walking Dead, they simply gambled away everything they had, overpromised, and waited too long to act when things started going wrong. And this all came to a head not 2 days later.
Alright. Now is when we get to some interesting shit. When editing does ever get weird listening to your own voice? It used to. It doesn't anymore. It sounds like a different person in these fucking videos than I actually sound like. Tell you what, I'm actually just for the sake of breaking up the footage a little bit, I'm going to like actually showcase some different shit here. So Raid, I think what's new in update 8. Yeah, this is the only Raid footage I'm using because I literally cannot be bothered to fucking go and grab actual Raid, go and grab actual Raid footage. Like, I do not give enough of a shit to go get actual Raid footage. So I'll just use this. Star VR. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do, but then I have to also source it, which is a little awkward when I'm sliding it in so fast.
Between Raid World War II...
Alright. You're disgusted when you hear your own voice and you think it's still squeaky. Again, you just get used to the sound of your own voice after a while. It just starts to sound like a person. Your expectations change, if you feel me. I could use this this footage here that I used earlier again.
Idea of personally profiting off of stock fluctuation based on insider
It's not fair to show off Payday VR and say that's them over-investing in virtual reality, though. Because Payday VR is, like, the best thing about Payday 2, in my opinion. Through and through. So, yeah, I'll just show off some more Star VR footage. I just want to make sure I don't use literally the same footage I did earlier. Okay, so it was like the crossfade into the headset. So as long as I don't use that, that's fine. Actually, maybe this works. Just like them putting on the headset. Like here. VR is fun. It's just too expensive and it takes a lot of work to actually like set up once you own it. And like, especially for me where my office isn't very big.
Over investing into over investing.
I need to time this right.
Over investing into virtual reality, and of course Walking Dead. The Walking Dead.
Boop. Here we go.
Of course, The Walking Dead.
You may be wondering why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it. Rest assured, there's a reason to my rhyme. There we go. And here. Boop. This is what I'm doing.
Over investing into virtual. Over investing into virtual.
Do I do it over 20 seconds or do I do it over 10 seconds? Hang on. Let me go back. I do this at the very, very, very beginning. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, there's 20. Okay, that's fine. Forever, give me my life forever. That's why I'm doing that, if you're wondering. I'm just doing a cross, like a cross zoom. I don't even know what to call that. Just like switching between two clips in a slightly more visually interesting way. Cause we know how it feels to feel alive. Dreams when their souls collide.
Over investing into virtual reality, and of course, The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead, they simply gambled away every.
Alright, now I gotta put the source here. This is gonna look a little weird. Because it's only gonna be there for like a fucking fraction of a second, but whatever. It's still better than not having it. When's the last time I sourced something? Right here. Just a mask, that's all it is. So see, literally all it is just a mask. I just unmask it.
Over investing into virtual reality, and of course, The Walking Dead, they simply.
Oh, whoops, okay. It has to fade out too. There you go.
Over investing into virtual reality, and of course, The Walking Dead, they simply gambled away everything they had, overpromised, and waited too long to act when things started going wrong. And this all came to a head not 2 days later.
Alright, now is when we get to the fun stuff. The police raid.
Swedish Economic Crime Authority conducted a police raid on Starbreeze, investigating suspicion of insider trading.
Alright, so here's something I'm considering just cutting out of the video altogether. My explanation of what insider trading is. I might just, like, cut that out, because I don't know if people will care. It doesn't take that long to explain, but also I don't know what the fuck to put here while it's happening. You got an ad for shoes and it gave you a survey and automatically suggested women's shoes. Oh, hell yeah. Payday VR is probably one of the better early VR titles in general. I wouldn't exactly call it early. wasn't that early. Thanks, Windows. You could maybe provide a source on what it is in the description or something if you're gonna remove it. No, again, every single video clip that isn't mine that I use is going to be sourced and linked in the description. I talk about somewhere back here the diesel engine for a while, yeah, right here. And I used some World of Long play footage. And later on, I used it again for survival, or earlier, I guess, I used it for Survival Instinct. So I'm gonna link that as well. Like, it's not just Starbreeze and Overkill clips I'm using here. I'm actually using a lot of footage that isn't mine because I had no way of getting it. I was able to use my own footage for Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon 2 when talking about the diesel engine, at least. Because I happened to own the game, so I just launched it and played a tiny amount of it. But I didn't own Flat Out, I didn't own fucking Survival Instinct. I wasn't gonna buy them just to get like 5 seconds of footage of them.
Crime Authority conducted a police raid on Starbreeze, investigating suspicion of insider trading. For those of you who don't know, this is based on the idea of personally profiting off of stock fluctuation based on insider information, i.e., if you know a company's stock value is about to plummet, selling everything you own to make a profit. One person was arrested. One person was arrested during the raid. The now former CEO. One person was arrested during the raid.
Okay, let me cut it there. And then I'll cut to a couple of Bo Anderson. Can you please stop cutting back to that? I don't know why it keeps doing that.
Plummet, selling everything you own to make a profit. One person was arrested during the raid.
There we go. You just Googled the diesel engine, it's really old? Yep, it's from 2001. Yep. Pretty fucking old indeed. Let's use this slide in animation just to vary it up a little throughout the video. Like there-ish.
He conducted a police raid on Starbreeze, investigating suspicion of insider trading. For those of you who don't know, this is based on the idea of personally profiting off of stock fluctuation based on insider information, i.e., if you know a company's stock value is about to plummet, selling everything you own to make a profit. One person was arrested during the raid. The now former CEO.
Alright, now we'll cut back to some footage of Banderson. Alexander Banderson. My name is Alexander Banderson. I profited off insider info. And was fired. Also, look at this fucking... Look at this person. Look at this human being who exists on the planet. And look at this poor woman interviewing him. Good God. Holy shit. All right. Should I use this footage? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna start it from right here. Yeah, she looks like this is her job and I have to do it, but this guy's a creep, basically.
The now former CEO, Bo Anderson, was interviewed around the time of the raid. He responded to nearly all questions regarding if the police were looking for him, with variations upon no comment. However, when asked why he left Starbreeze, he responded, quote, "I have been fired."
All right, and I'm gonna crop this to just him, I think, because I don't want to imply that this is the interview that actually happened in. But I do need some footage of him, so there's like a compromise. I also used this clip earlier.
The now former CEO, Bo Anderson, was interviewed around the time of the raid. He responded to nearly all questions regarding if the police were looking for him, with variations upon no comment. However, when asked why he left Starbreeze, he responded, quote, "I have been fired."
I'm not sure what got me food poisoning, to be honest. Just started editing. Any tips? Try something new every single time you make a video. Every single time you edit, try a new visual quirk or addition that you've never tried before. It's actually pretty nice. It's a pretty nice way to learn how to do things, like just learning one step at a time. Like my early videos are really basically edited. Like they look pretty much like whatever. There's no style to them at all. But as time went on, I tried new things. So my new thing I'm trying this video is I went from just using plain text to to have sources to having this like nice little animated piece. And like it's easy to learn how to do that when you're just doing it one step at a time. All right, so this is the Blackhawk Financial. Here it is. Your friend tried Payday 2 VR and he liked it, but it disoriented him fast. That's likely not Payday's fault, more just VR being VR. Exactly. There we go. So I'm just using a mask for this.
The now former CEO, Bo Anderson, was interviewed around the time of the raid. He responded to nearly all questions regarding if the police were looking for him, with variations upon no comment. However, when asked why he left Starbreeze, he responded, quote,
I'm going to actually go grab the exact quote that he said because it was a little longer than that. So let me go. Bo Anderson interviewed after arrest. The full quote is, "I don't want to talk about how hard this is. I have been fired. I could probably write a whole book about Starbreeze, but I don't think it's what people are after right now." There we go. All right.
However, when asked why he left Starbreeze,
Fade this in over a minute.
he responded,
Whoops, not that much.
Starbreeze, he responded, quote, "I have been fired."
Which is a very interesting thing because Starbreeze said that he left. So that's all extremely weird. Right, and then... Oh, I'm still... Whoops, I'm still... Wrong screen. Sorry, bud. There we go. That's a weird place to cut that, hang on. Like that? Yeah, that looks fine. Do I use quotes in my earlier quotes? Like, do I use, like, quotation marks? Oh, I do. Oh, shit. Did I use them here? Or wherever I put those last. I used them there. Did I use them... Where is the last place I used quotes? Right here it is. Yeah, okay, I did use quotes. I'm a dum-dum. Let me fix that. Boop. Boop. there-ish. That's right, it doesn't fade in like that.
Responded, quote, "I have been fired."
Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing I did here. No, not that. Need video event pan / crop. You're gonna pick up a job during the summer and get up a mixed virtual reality headset since you have an entire basement to work with. Augmented reality is way cooler than virtual reality in my opinion. If you can actually like get yourself to be able to interact with the environment around you, it makes it feel so much more real. Again, that's even a cool thing that fucking Starbreeze does. They have a VR arcade in Dubai. I talked about it a little bit in this video. It's fucking neat. It's just neat.
I have been fired.
All right, now we cut to a live action piece. This would be a good time to talk about how much of an asshole Bo Anderson is. Hopefully I don't get hopefully Starbreeze doesn't come after me, or I guess Starbreeze wouldn't really care. Hopefully Bo doesn't come after me for slander, as I quote exact things that he said and did. Let's watch more of me being a fucking dork, why not?
This would be a good time to talk about the kind of person Bo Anderson is.
Anderson.
This would be a good time to talk about the kind of person Bo Anderson is.
Did I really do that? I don't remember doing that at all. Did I specifically lower my glasses just to fucking pull them up for that shot? Did I really do that? I totally fucking did. Oh my god.
This would be a good time to talk about the kind of person Bo Anderson is.
That's fucking hilarious, Jesus.
Going back to the Eurogamer article, linked below, it's worth a read. Linked below, it's worth a read. Some quotes from employees of Starbreeze regarding former CEO. Referring back to the Eurogamer article again, it's worth a read and it's linked below. Referring back to the Eurogamer article, again, it's linked below and it's worth a read. Here are some quotes from former Starbreeze employees about the former CEO.
No,
Referring back to the Eurogamer article, again, it's linked in the description and it's worth a read. Here are some quotes from Starbreeze employees regarding the former CEO. Referring back to the Eurogamer article, again, it's linked below and worth a read. Here are some quotes from Starbreeze employees about the former CEO.
Much better. Jesus, I can't believe I fucking lowered my glasses just to raise them during this shot. Holy shit. Alright, let me grab the crop. That's fucking great. We love it when people insult their past selves like this. This wasn't even that long ago. I don't remember when I filmed this. I think I filmed this Thursday. Not this Thursday, the last Thursday. No, it had to. No, I think that's right. Yeah. Sometime around then. I think I filmed it like just after I posted the Metal Gear Solid highlights. Wait, what? Why did that not? What? Why did that? What? What? Copy. Paste. The fuck? What? Position. Copy. Hey, okay. Thanks, Vegas. I did nothing different that time, and it just worked that time. Cool. Hello, you're late. Been a while since you've actually come out live. Minnie, welcome aboard. Or Min, welcome aboard. It's Vegas Pro 2014, baby. Or 14, baby. Woo! Woo!
This would be a good time to talk about the kind of person Bo Anderson is. Referring back to the Eurogamer article. Referring back to the Eurogamer article, again, it's linked below. Anderson is. Referring back to the Eurogamer article, again, it's linked below and worth a read. Here are some quotes from Starbreeze employees about the former CEO.
There we go. And then let me grab that zoomed in crop. And I will put that on this clip here. There we go.
This would be a good time to talk about the kind of person Bo Anderson is. Referring back to the Eurogamer article, again it's linked below and worth a read, here are some quotes from Starbreeze employees about the former CEO.
I don't even know how the fuck I'm going to visually showcase this, honestly. Also, shit, I got a good amount done already. We got another like 3 minutes done since we started streaming. For a video with this much editing, that's pretty good. The world of co-op horde shooters is going to be interesting, considering GTFO is looking promising, and Turtle Rock just announced Back 4 Blood, a spiritual successor to Left 4 Dead. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that they're making like a new Left 4 Dead style game, which I'm super excited for. I will definitely check it out when it releases. I might review it. I'm not going to promise anything because maybe it'll end up being garbage, and like too garbage to even bother reviewing, or maybe it'll just be whatever. I'm still going to review GTFO. I'm going to stream that when it comes out. I hope it's good.
He was like this bro macho guy. He was a visionary. He had so many ideas and they sounded cool when he said them, but they were these really big dreams of super AAA console games that would maybe take between 3 and 5 years to develop with a huge team. He's confident and charismatic.
Also, yeah, I did like slight voices for this. Like, no, I wasn't actually trying to do voices, but just kind of break up the clips a little. I did slight voices for all these, so have a listen to how my voice changes.
He was like this bro macho guy. He was a visionary. He had so many ideas and they sounded cool when he said them, but they were these really big dreams of super AAA console games that would maybe take between 3 and 5 years to develop with a huge team. He's confident and charismatic. When you're talking to him, it's difficult to disagree, but he's also very centered around business. It always felt like he was pushing way too hard and way too fast. He was very optimistic about a lot of things that he definitely shouldn't have been. It was very easy to drink his Kool-Aid. He's got this swagger about him, and he'd tell you about how awesome things are and how awesome the tech is. And the problem is, there was never any substance behind any of it. In a lengthy email sent to his former staff.
Alright, I guess I'll just like slow scroll through the Eurogamer article for this. Again, it's not actual voice acting. It's not like I was doing different voices. It's just I wanted to make it clear when a quote was stopping and a new quote was starting. I need... Yep. The position that this has, I need that. Turtle Rock also made Evolve. Oh, did they? Oh, shit. I know very little about that, to be honest.
He was like this bro macho guy. He was a visionary. He had so many ideas and they sounded cool when he said them, but they were these really big dreams of super AAA console games that would maybe take between 3 and 5 years to develop with a huge team. He's confident and charismatic. When you're talking to him, it's difficult to disagree, but he's also very centered around business. It always felt like he was pushing way too hard and way too fast. He was very optimistic about a lot of things that he definitely shouldn't have been. It was very easy to drink his Kool-Aid. He's got this swagger about him, and he'd tell you about how awesome things are and how awesome the tech is. And the problem is, there was never any substance behind any of it.
And then I'll cut to footage of Bo Anderson here. Let's see. So I'll make this like 50% dark. And then I'm gonna go to the stomach. Why? Give me a moment, everyone. Okay, that's better. Stomach will just occasionally hurt really bad. I'm gonna go to the Eurogamer article and get the exact quotes. Here it is. I'll pull it up on this monitor. Okay, so what was the first quote?
He was like this bro macho
guy. Let's see. He was like this. Oh no, hang on. Exact quote. He had so many ideas, and they sounded cool when he said them, but they were these really big dreams of super triple A console games that would maybe take between 3 to 5 years to up with a huge team. You could tell the guy... Actually, I might be able to fit this all in one line. The guy had a lot of ambition. Did I spell that right? A-M-B-I-T-I-O-N? Yeah. Yeah, I did spell that right. Okay, cool. Why triple A? Because I'm quoting the article, and that's how it's written in the article. Okay. So again, I'll copy paste the mask that I used here.
He was like this bro.
Start it from here.
He was like this bro macho guy. He was a visionary. He had so many ideas and they sounded cool when he said them, but they were these really big dreams of super AAA console games that would maybe take between 3 and 5 years to develop with a huge team.
Fade it out for 1 minute 30 seconds.
Years to develop with a huge team. He's confident and charismatic.
Okay, next quotes. Bo had a discussion with Ulf and they broke up, and Ulf founded another company to make a far better looking game. Yep, that's pretty much how it went down. Pretty much. What was the next one? He's confident and charismatic? Yeah, okay, there we go. He's confident and he's charismatic. I think I spelled that wrong. Yeah, it's an I. Charismatic? Okay, hang on. C-H-A-R-I-S-M-A-T-I-C. Jesus Christ, Connor. I'm too gay to spell. He would talk what he wants to do and how he wants to do it and why it's cool. He would talk for ages about what he wants to do and how he wants to do it and why it's cool. When you're talking to him about that sort of stuff, it is difficult to disagree. But he was also very centered. Oh, whoops. Again, I'm quoting exactly, so I'm going to type it how they type. Oh, no, they did type it that way. Yay! Centered around the business. It always felt... For the record, the reason I'm not copy-pasting is because they have a lot of interjections here from the article, like saying, another employee said, I'm trying to get this exact quote. If I copy-paste it, I have to do way too much editing. It always felt he was pushing way too hard and way too... hard and way too fast. make this at least a little smoother. There we go. He's confident and he's charismatic. He would talk for ages about what he wants to do and how he wants to do it and why it's cool. When you're talking to him about that sort of stuff, it is difficult to disagree. But he was also very centered around the business. It always felt he was pushing way too hard and way too fast. And again, we'll just copy paste this.
He's confident and charismatic. When you're talking to him, it's difficult to disagree. But he's also very centered around business. It always felt like he was pushing way too hard and way too fast.
Wow, that almost ended up being perfect. Oh man, Almir, are you okay, dude? Oh, he doesn't look great in that shot there. Oof. Koth, welcome aboard.
He was like this bro macho guy. He was a visionary. He had so many ideas and they sounded cool when he said them, but they were these really big dreams of super AAA console games that would maybe take between 3 and 5 years to develop with a huge team. He's confident and charismatic. When you're talking to him, it's difficult to disagree, but he's also very centered around business. It always felt like he was pushing way too hard and way too fast. He was very optimistic about a lot of things that he definitely shouldn't have been.
That's my favorite quote in this entire thing. Like that person summed it up so quickly. Did you watch Ben's video about it? Yes, I did.
He was very optimistic about a lot of things that he definitely shouldn't have been.
For the record, I don't blame the developers at all for Walking Dead being the way that it is. It is not their fault. They literally were not given the time to put out a fucking product.
It was very easy to drink his Kool-Aid. He's got this swagger about him, and he'd tell you about...
So he was very confident. He was very optimistic. Okay, yeah, here we are. He was very optimistic about... Did I spell that right? Optimistic about a lot of things. He definitely... Please tell me I spelled that right. Alright, cool. Shouldn't have been. I really like that quote. I really like this quote. The more I look at it, it's really fucking funny. Stomach. Ah, god damn it, my stomach. Ooh.
He was very optimistic about a lot of things that he definitely shouldn't have been.
Did I end up accidentally paraphrasing? Yeah, I added a that there that's not there, but whatever.
He was very optimistic about a lot of things that he definitely shouldn't have been. It was very easy to drink his Kool-Aid. He's got this swagger about him, and he'd tell you about how awesome things are and how awesome the tech is. And the problem is, there was never any substance behind any of it. In a length...
Whew. Okay, now 1 minute 30. These are both 1 minute 30, right? Yeah, okay, cool. You've clocked 812 hours in Payday 2. We'll give or take some AFK and Overkill. Nice. I'm sorry.
It was very easy.
Okay, yeah. Let's see. Scroll down. It was very easy to drink his Kool-Aid. I'm tempted to add a TM here. No, I'm not gonna bother. He was very... I don't think this font supports it anyways. You know, I'm actually gonna see. I'm gonna go grab a trademark symbol and see if this font supports it or not. All right, I get the feeling that this is gonna be a hard no, Chief. It just does that again, damn it! All right, no, not that then. What did happen to Overkill's Walking Dead? That's what this video is about. And it'll be out this coming Wednesday. He was very confident, very charismatic. He's got this swagger about him. And he would tell you all this stuff about how awesome things are and how awesome the tech is. The problem is, was never any substance behind any of it. He was very easy to drink his Kool-Aid. He was very confident, very charismatic. He's got this swagger about him, and he would tell you all this stuff about how awesome things are and how awesome the tech is. The problem is there was never any substance behind any of it. Cool, cool. You're gonna play Minecraft Windows 10. That's the version I play when I play. Like, it just runs better. You're gonna keep the stream up and listen. All right, then, listen. Toronto! Here we go. Minecraft stream confirmed. I might do one at some point. I don't know. Sounds like it would be chill.
It was very easy to drink his Kool-Aid. He's got this swagger about him, and he'd tell you about how awesome things are and how awesome the tech is. And the problem is, there was never any substance behind any of it. In a lengthy
wait, hang on. Yeah, I typed that wrong. Wait, no, did I? Oh, no, okay. No, I got that right.
And how awesome the tech is. And the problem is, there was never any substance behind any of it. In a lengthy email...
Minecraft server when? Nope. Not doing it. Alright. We're at 17 minutes. Damn. I got a good amount done so far. I'll go for a little while longer. I'm feeling okay right now. I don't think I want to run a Minecraft server, to be real with you. I'm sorry. Alright, I need more footage of Bo Anderson. Mr. Bo. Mr. Bo, where are you at? NASDAQ, that's pretty good footage of Bo that I want to use later. But I want to use footage of him from the other interview I have. The problem is I don't remember which one that was. Let's see, there's that Black Hawk interview. Black Hawk interview. Get your mind out of the gutter. Hawk. Oh, that's right. I used footage from here. Okay, no, I've already used that plenty of times. Never mind. But yeah, I guess I'll just use the NASDAQ clip then. That's fine. Where is it? There it is.
In a lengthy email sent to his former staff the day of his firing, Bo touched on all the great work they'd accomplished, namely Payday 2, and how he wished he could have spent more time developing games rather than working the business side of Starbreeze. There's one paragraph that stands out, and I'll read it verbatim. Personally, though, I lost all my money, my family...
I'm gonna do this. I think I'm gonna add like dramatic music to this too. as I read this. Let's see how this looks. Have a listen.
Personally, though, I lost all my money, my family in divorce, and my kids' custody through the toil over the last 2 to 3 years of working 100-hour weeks for Starbreeze and keeping you devs paid and in the game. With less and less developers willing to put in the extra care in a product, it clearly limits the possible results of enough quality and time. This is a new era, and I did not leave the old one and adapt in time. My fault. It's okay. New times.
What an asshole, holy shit. He blamed everyone but himself and then pretended to blame himself at the end to just like cover up criticism. Yeah, it's so fucking petty. It's so fucking petty though. Holy shit.
Source image.
Oh shit. No, I can just fade this out too. It's fine.
Any substance behind any of it. In a lengthy email sent to his former staff the day of his firing, Bo touched on all the...
Put Breath of Death over it? Oh my god. I'll probably use some dramatic Payday music or something, yeah. So I need Starbreeze. Here we are.
In a lengthy email sent to his former staff the day of his...
That's wrong. No, that's wrong!
Lengthy email sent to his former staff the day of his firing, Bo touched on all the great work they'd accomplished, namely Payday 2, and how he wished he could have spent more time developing games rather than working the business side of Starbreeze. There's one paragraph that stands out, and I'll read it verbatim. Personally, though, I lost all my money, my family in divorce, and my kids' custody...
Alright, now this is going to be an interesting thing to type up. I'll probably have to make the font even smaller. Alright, so here we go. The crescendo of Ode to Greed. I dig it. I'll probably do that, honestly. Okay, this one I'll just copy paste because it's completely like verbatim. What a fucking person. What a fucking human person who exists on the planet Earth. Alright. I'll probably want to split this up a little more, actually.
Personally, though, I lost all my money, my family in divorce, and my kids' custody through the toil over the last 2 to 3 years of working 100-hour weeks for Starbreeze and keeping you devs paid and in the game.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna... Hang on. No, not that. I'm gonna split this up a little more. All right, this looks a little better, and I'll fade it in as I say it, so it looks a little nicer. This is one hell of a fucking human person. Personally, though, I lost all my money, my family divorced my kids, and custody after Shadow the Hedgehog pissed on my wife, so I'm making a call-out post on my Twitter.com. Oh my fuck. Please. Julia, please. Please. Alright, I also need to add the source asset and Starbreeze here. We're almost at 18 minutes. Doing pretty good. You're gonna piss on the moon.
Personally, though, I lost all my money, my family in...
I guess I should fade this in too.
Personally, though, I lost all my money, my family in divorce, and my kids' custody through the toil over the last 2 to 3 years of working 100-hour weeks for Starbreeze and keeping you devs paid and in the game.
I don't have to be too specific about this. It'll look pretty much the same either way.
And keeping you devs paid and in the game. With less and less developers willing to put in the extra care in a product, it clearly limits the possible results of enough quality and time. This is a new era, and I did not leave the old one and adapt in time. My fault.
Like there-ish.
Times.
No, let's not fade out the black screen.
Times.
Alright, let's see how this looks.
Personally, though, I lost all my money, my family in divorce, and my kids' custody through the toil over the last 2 to 3 years of working 100-hour weeks for Starbreeze and keeping you devs paid and in the game. With less and less developers willing to put in the extra care in a product, it clearly limits the possible results of enough quality and time. This is a new era, and I did not leave the old one and adapt in time. My fault. It's okay. New times.
Jesus Christ. Don't worry, guys. It's my fault I didn't accommodate you all for being so bad at your jobs. He's literally pushing the blame on all of them and then trying to, like, shove aside all criticism for passing the buck by saying, like, it's my fault that I didn't realize laziness is the future. Whoops. So here's my favorite part of the video, through and through. Ready for my favorite part of the whole video? And watch me be a dork for a moment?
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and call Bo an asshole. I'm gonna stand up and do it over there.
Bo is an asshole! This is my favorite thing I've ever recorded for any video ever. Monty Python tier comedy. By which you mean hasn't aged well, but is still funny? Upper Class Squid of the Year is still my favorite fucking comedy sketch of all time, through and through. Monty Python hasn't aged well. I'm memeing. Some of it hasn't aged well, but for the most part, it's fucking timeless. Like Parrot Sketch, Cheese Shop, Ministry of Silly Walks, Brain Surgeon, shit like that has aged fine.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and call Bo an asshole. I'm gonna stand up and do it over there.
Alright, I have to edit out the sound of my zipper clicking with the mic. The only Monty Python you've ever seen is Holy Grail. I would highly recommend checking out everything else. There we go. Let me actually fade that a little better so it's not as noticeable. Bo is an asshole. Bo is an asshole. You can see how snagged up my fucking chair is for my cat. Bo is an asshole.
Listen, I'm not gonna sit here and call Bo an asshole. I'm gonna stand up and do it over there.
Bo is an asshole. Okay, I think I need to cut that a little sooner. Bo is an asshole. Bo is an Bo is Bo 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 Bo
Bo, my God.
Bo is an asshole.
God.
All right, there we go. One more
Listen,
time.
I'm not gonna sit here and call Bo an asshole. I'm gonna stand up and do it over there.
Bo is an asshole.
Playing the victim and
Is my ass really that flat? These jeans make my ass look flat. Rest assured, my ass is not that flat. I'm sorry. I apologize to my viewing audience who will now be led to think that my ass is flat, when in fact, I've got the booty.
Playing the victim and exclusively blaming the developers for not delivering on your impossible promises, but then trying to write off criticism by saying, I should have realized laziness is the future, sorry for being so productive. Fuck off. I'm not saying he single-handedly ruined Overkill's The Walking Dead or drove Starbreeze into the ground, but I think his overreaching, overspending, overpromising, and overworking of staff, developers, and even himself was the biggest factor at play in the collapse of Starbreeze. Granted, not all of...
Alright, I'm gonna edit up to where I say collapse of Starbreeze, and then I'm gonna call it for now. I will finish the rest of this on my own time. But I need to go lie down. I don't think he single-handedly drove Overkill downhill. No, I said that he's the biggest factor in it. That's what I'm saying. So now I need Starbreeze IR stream, where Bo's chilling and talking about how good Starbreeze is doing, because it was 2017 and they could actually say that for a little while. He talks with his hands more than I do. Holy shit. There we go.
Playing the victim and exclusively blaming the developers for not delivering on your impossible promises, but then trying to write off criticism by saying, I should have realized laziness is the future, sorry for being so productive. Fuck off. I'm not saying he's...
He talks with his hands so much you can almost hear what he's saying even when the clip is muted. You're totally right too.
Fuck off. Fuck off. Fuck off. I'm not saying he's... I'm not saying he's single... Fuck off. I'm not saying...
There we go. And then... Actually gonna change the frame a little bit on this. And... do a slow zoom in. Just a slow one.
Playing the victim and exclusively blaming the developers for not delivering on your impossible promises, but then trying to write off criticism by saying, I should have realized laziness is the future, sorry for being so productive. Fuck off. I'm not...
Okay, there we go. Now I need the Starbreeze credit for me shitting on Bo, which I'm sure they'll heartily appreciate. There we go. No, 30. There we go. Oh, come on, zoom in the right place, please. There you go. Boop, boop, boop. Copy. Paste. Almost done. Yeah, this is a good place to call the stream, I'd say.
Playing the victim and exclusively blaming the developers for not delivering on your impossible promises, but then trying to write off criticism by saying, I should have realized laziness is the future, sorry for being so productive. Fuck off. I'm not saying he single-handedly ruined...
Right, that's a good place to call the stream, I'd say. We're at the 2-hour mark. We got, what? What is 8 minus 3? 5 minutes done? Oh, I'm too gay for math, too. I'm sorry, everyone. Anyways. Thank you all so much for coming by for this very sick, very slow-paced stream. But hey, we got like 5 minutes worth of editing done. That's pretty fucking good, honestly. This video is gonna be out Wednesday to my YouTube channel. Hey, E3K, I liked your video too a lot, by the way. I watched the whole thing. I really did like it. I liked the fucking casual pacing of it. That's something I tried to do in videos one time and everyone fucking hated it. I tried to sound a lot more casual. Just like kind of, this is just me talking to the audience and everyone fucking hated it. That's why I kind of save it for my streams. But thank you all very much for watching. I should be feeling a little better tomorrow. I'll probably stream like Tetris or something easy tomorrow that I can just kind of drop at the drop of a hat if I need to. So see you all for that. Take it easy, everyone. And Kraz, thanks for the links.